So hello, beautiful tribe, and welcome to this Womb Wisdom for Manifestation webinar. If you haven't met me before, my name is Karila and I am from Starlight Temple, which is a company that does all sorts of courses and ceremonies and travel. Is about using spiritual practices and tools to become more empowered to live more of your greatest possible potential. And I am so excited about this webinar. It's a subject that every time I touch into it, every time I connect to it, so much wisdom just overflows, so much magic happens, and it really feels like Mother Earth, the creatrix energy, the goddess, the collective feminine, whatever you want to call it, really wants human women to know about creation and to know about how they can use their cycle for creation and for manifestation. And so yeah, wombs in general are one of my favorite subjects, and manifesting with your cycle and with your womb to me is just so mind-blowing. And actually this, womb magic and the way of the womb is not about loads and loads of left brain teaching. So most of this webinar is going to be experiential so that you can experience for yourself what your womb wants you to know, because your womb will have led you here, because that is the way of the womb. One of the things I find amazing is whenever I manifest on my cycle, whenever I use my cycle for manifestation, like literally my whole life starts to go into alignment with what I'm creating, with the intention that I'm holding in my womb. And when I say womb, I want to be clear that anybody that identifies with being female has a womb. And even if you don't have a physical womb for whatever reason, you have an energetic womb. And so you can work with the energy of the womb. And I will come on to menopause. This is such a big subject, but we will try and get in as much as we can this evening. And so yes, what I find amazing is that when I choose to use my womb and my cycle for manifestation, it is like my whole life bows down and aligns, and just magic in the form of alignment happens. And this is because the womb, the cycle, is the god of your physical life. The womb is the thing that created physical life. And so there is this command that comes from the womb and the cycle. And I genuinely believe that we don't use our cycle magic, our womb magic enough, especially not for manifestation. So for years I have done womb work for healing, and that has been absolutely incredible. Using my bleed and my ceremonies and doing divine feminine ceremony and goddess work for healing has been absolutely life-changing and absolutely amazing. And Starlight has a course that is usually on every 2 or 3 years, called Rise of the Divine, which is about exploring certain archetypes of the feminine. And during the last time Rise of the Divine was on, the guidance that I received was that as part of it, we needed to do a month where we were using our cycles to manifest. And this was the first time ever I had even thought that you could use your cycle to manifest rather than to heal. And it completely transformed my relationship with my cycle and therefore myself. It was so powerful for manifesting, and it woke me up to this realization that, of course, we women are meant to be using our cycles for creation, not just the creation of human life. We have a cycle every month. We are meant to be using our cycles to manifest and to create, because they are the source of life. They are the source of the matter of human life. And what is so amazing about opening up to connect to these powers is your womb, your cycle starts to teach you about how to manifest and how to create in this incredible way and in this way of unfolding. And you end up living in alignment, because when you're allowing your cycle to lead and your cycle to create, everything starts to serve and align. And it's just amazing. It's just amazing. And you know, menopause, so then I created a course called Manifesting on Your Cycle, and manifesting on your cycle happened because I was like, more people need to know about this. And in manifesting on your cycle, so much amazing guidance came through, and one of the many pieces of guidance that came through was about the menopause. And I mean, like, reams of information, not just a few sentences. Is like, whenever my guides channel about the feminine wisdoms, it's like fountains of lost information and lost knowledge that I'm so honored and so blessed to be part of bringing it back and awakening it back and learning to live it. And, you know, the menopause is absolutely one of the most important and phenomenal times, and the ceremonies that we have lost in the menopause, we have to reclaim. The menopause, it's such, you know, for mammals, it's actually really rare for females to get menopause. It only happens to killer whales and human women. And in the times where we're in a hormonal ceremony like the menopause ceremony, is even more important. Understanding what our bodies are doing, what our energy bodies are doing, is even more important. And when we stop bleeding, it's even more important that we're honoring the cycle, because the cycle is more subtle, because our body isn't doing it. Wherever you are in your woman's journey, cycle work, manifesting work can happen. The womb and the cycle wisdom is always perfect, and it's always for creation, and all we have to do is understand how that creation is happening through us and ride the waves of it for manifestation. And I'm going to do my best to give you as much information as I can tonight. I'm going to give you as much opportunity as I can for you to connect in and connect to your own womb and learn from your own wombs, because this knowledge is you, it is your embodied knowledge. And so let's begin. Let's begin. So when you're ready, closing your eyes and feeling the muscles around your eyes relaxing. As you breathe in love and breathe out gratitude, breathe in love and breathe out gratitude, feeling a column of source light from the heart of the universe traveling down into this time and this space, instantly raising your vibration. And in this column of source light, experiencing your aura, stretching out in all directions. And as your aura expands, and feel your energy being sealed from top to bottom in white and golden light, so that only love and only light can enter into your energy. And a foot away from the edge of your aura, you feel the rose flame wrapping around your aura, so that any energy released from any direction can be instantly transmuted into love and light and sent wherever it is in the highest good for it to go. And knowing that you are divinely protected, relax in towards your center, in towards your physical or your energetic womb. And as you relax, feel a grounding cord from your womb going down through the different layers, down into the heart of Gaia. As you anchor into the heart of the Great Mother, as you come womb to womb with her, know that this webinar is exactly what you need for your soul's evolution, for your creational evolution at this time. As you anchor into the heart of the Great Mother, feel the love of Mother Earth flowing up into your body. Lighting up the lineage of your womb. Feeling this lineage, your mother's line, illuminating inside of you. And experience the distance, the length of this incredible ancestry. Womb after womb after womb after womb. Going back thousands of years. And as you connect to this lineage, know that with this webinar you are connecting to that primordial knowledge, to that primordial wisdom of how to create. Creation is manifestation out of love. It is how to manifest from love. And I invite the parts of you that have been human busying and human doing and human trying and human pushing. Invite these parts of you just to relax, to drop in now, to drop in to this older wisdom. To this way of creating, of manifesting out of love that is proven. The wisdom of the womb is proven. You are the proof of what the womb knows about creation. You are the proof of what the womb knows about manifestation. This journey is not an ungrounded journey, it's a grounded one. It is a turning towards wisdom that you are the living proof of. A listening to and learning how to live by that wisdom. So that you can create with more ease and more peace and more magic. And I invite you to let all of these parts that have been trying and doing and efforting just to lean upon this great force of ancestral wisdom, of ancestral cyclical creation. that goes back to the beginning of humanity, that comes from the beginning of the earth and the beginning of the universe, and lean into it. And as you do, experience a beautiful rose golden portal opening up. And as you pass through this portal, into no time, no space, know that this journey, like every journey to your womb, is a journey of coming home. And as you come out of the other side of that portal, notice that you are walking on a path towards an enormous red tent. And you enter this red tent, and you understand that within this red tent is all the wisdom of creation. And as you enter the red tent, you feel all of these other women entering to, gathering together. Because feminine power happens in a circle. Because wombs are circles, cycles are circles. And you feel these women with open hearts and open bellies, raw with energy and passion and curiosity, coming together. And you notice the beautiful way in which this red tent is decorated. Smell the incense that is being burnt. You hear the priestesses of this space chanting to welcome you. And you sit down with these other women around the fire. And as you sit down, you remember where women for centuries have gathered in red tents, in circles, gathered to honor the cycle, gathered to remember and learn. From the way of the cycle. And you breathe, allowing yourself to sigh. Sighing into your womb. Listening in your mind's ear to the chanting. And you choose now to fully gift yourself this webinar, to fully gift yourself this journey. Taking a moment to honor how long it has been since you last listened to your womb. Taking a moment to notice how much of you needs to drop in. And the priestesses of the red tent, they stop singing, they stop chanting, they hold the silence. To give you time to listen. To listen to why you are here. And you let the answer rise up. From the place of stillness, the place of space, the place of love. That is your womb. And staying in the red tent, I invite you to open your eyes. And just share, if you're listening live, share why you are here. And there's no right or wrong. You're here for whatever reason your womb is giving you. So I invite you to share. Beautiful. When you've shared, you can close your eyes and come back. To the red tent. To this holding. And as you come back, allow that intention, that reason why, to be a magnetic pull that takes you deeper. And there are many ways in which we can connect to our cycle. Our cycle has seasons, and my guides like to correct what is in the mainstream. And so my guides say that there are not 4 seasons, there are 5 seasons of the cycle. And in manifesting on your cycle, they go into quite a lot of detail about what is actually happening to you hormonally and energetically. And then they go into great detail about how all of that happens at different stages, depending on if you're in menopause and so on and so on and so on. And the seasons, they are not broad strokes. You know, our cycle is very like British weather. It is very, very changeable and detailed and has many, many, many different layers and components to it. And you cannot broad stroke. If you want to truly work with your cycle, you have got to get intimate with her. You have to listen to her and understand her. And there are so many ways of connecting to her seasons. You can connect from a very left brain level on what's happening hormonally, and you can actually move her by doing things. You can create portals of joy by understanding how to create the hormones that shift the cycle. You can connect to her through the seasons and the spiraling of the seasons. You can connect to her through forces. You can connect to her through many different ways. And I originally thought we were going to connect through the seasons. But actually, I'm guided to connect to the spiral of the seasons through the archetypes this evening, before we go into the power of womb creation and equation. This is how immense and detailed this journeying work is. And we're specifically going to be meeting the archetypes and what they have the power to do. Because when it comes to manifestation, what the womb teaches us, what the cycle teaches us, is we cannot use just one power, we have to use many. Creation happens through an overlapping of powers and processes. And so many of us, we try one type of manifestation, and then we get deflated and upset because the process begins and the process doesn't go in the way that we want it to go, which is instant manifestation. And in womb magic, there is no instant. But there is embodied difference between womb magic and visualization manifestation. Is womb magic creates you. Manifestations that don't happen instantly for you, they don't happen because you're not ready. And what womb magic does is it gets you ready. It creates you from the inside so that you can receive that manifestation. It's one of the many things that womb magic does. And that getting ready, it means that you are capable not just to receive that manifestation, but to cope with it and to hold it. Because these big, beautiful dreams of yours, You need to be ready for them. And so we are going to go on a journey now through the spiral of the seasons of the womb, so that you can experience these seasons, and through these seasons so you can experience just a tiny bit of the power of these archetypes that you live every single month, whether you bleed or not, because you are womb. And so allowing your breath to drop into your womb, just with your intention. And we breathe into our bellies as woman, we breathe into our womb, we breathe in to collective creativity. And so as you're breathing into your belly, notice what is happening to your mind and to your energy. And feel yourself in the red tent being taken now on a meditation journey. Deeper inside yourself, into the season where your cycle begins, the season of winter, the season of resurrection. And I invite you just to open up and experience how this season feels. This season, if you bleed, is when you bleed. If you don't bleed, it's more complicated, but as a general, it's the new moon. But if you ask, it will be given to you. So just ask your body, your womb, to show you how you feel in this season. Really allowing yourself to become familiar, to understand the resonance of this season where the winter of Mother Earth is alive within you. And what this season does is it changes the cycle, it renews the cycle. The archetype of this season is the midnight goddess, the one that can be reborn. And just take a moment to connect to your inner midnight goddess. It literally is the power of renewal that your body, that your cycle lives every month, every cycle. Now this is the energy that we associate with goddesses like Kali, the fierce feminine, the unstoppable feminine. But it's also, just like the winter can be really stormy, it's also the energy that can be really, really still. And I invite you to connect in to the stillness. And as you connect into the stillness, know that it is that power of stillness where the energy changes direction. This is one of the superpowers of the Midnight Goddess. She can change energetic direction. So you release, you let go, and then you become still. And in the stillness, this is when you stop letting go and start receiving. It's exactly what happens when autumn stops before becoming the spring. I invite you in this stillness to connect in to that power to change direction of your own energy and open up. Listen to the wisdom of your womb. Ask her, where do I need to change direction in my life? Where do I need this power in my life? Because these powers are available to you always. And hear your womb answering. And hold the stillness. And as you hold the stillness, experience yourself dropping deeper into the folds of the spiral of the womb. As you journey towards the next season, the springtime season, the Imbolc season. And I invite you just to notice this season. Let your womb show you how your body changes, how your sense of self changes. As you connect to the season of the maiden. Feel your inner maiden waking up within you. Notice how she makes you feel. Notice what is happening to your mood, to your vibration. And the maiden is one of the archetypes that's misunderstood. One of the archetypes that's been corrupted by the patriarchy. The superpower, one of the superpowers of your inner maiden is the ability to break. This is what teenagers do, they break free. This is what the spring does, it breaks the seeds and the surfaces. When you're in the maiden, because your cycle in the winter has gathered and received all of that energy, you have the energy to break. to break the seals and limitations that are in the way of your manifestation. And I invite you to feel this force, this superpower coursing through you. And open up, ask, what do I need to break? What promises and binds do I need to break? For the next thing in my life to manifest, for the next greatest part of my life to manifest. And listen to your womb. Listen to what she says. And let this energy of the springtime move through your system. Let this energy break what needs to be broken. And as it happens, feel yourself journeying deeper into the spiral of creation. Understand that this spiral is its own equation. It is the equation of creation. What's outside in Mother Earth is within us. And you're doing amazing. Allow yourself to feel. Feeling is receiving. Be a human feeling. As you spiral deeper, noticing that the breaking creates energy and gives direction to energy. And it's this direction which is a direction of two-way flow, a receptive, rising direction. And brought into the season of the early summer, the Beltane. And this is the season of the Magdalena. It's when you are ovulating if you bleed. It's when you're stimulating. It's when you're in a state of heightened sensorial connection. And just ask your womb to show you this season. Feel this season coursing through you. Different seasons make us feel different. Depends how comfortable. We have archetypes that we're more comfortable with. That's why we have to do this work. So that we can be comfortable in all of our seasons. But notice how your Magdalena season is making you feel. And this is the super creative power of this season, is to hold energy. To hold chaos energy, to hold the intensity, the fullness of that which you are dreaming of. And when we hold, it's intense. When we hold the space in the winter, it's intense. And when we hold all of that energy in ovulation, it's intense. But if you can't hold it, you can't have it. This is goddess law. Before you hold it in your hand, you hold it in your insides. So open up and ask your womb, what do I need to hold? What potential am I not holding yet? Just let your womb answer you. This webinar, there are guides, but the guide is your womb. And as you hold that potential, as you hold this energy, feel the metamorphosis that is able to happen in your vibration. This is creatrix manifestation. We're learning how to do it, even though we're touching the surface. It's your birthright. And breathe through that holding. Feel the power of that ability to hold. And as you hold, the fullness, what happens is you cross through the limitation of holding and you come into overflow. After fullness, there is overflow. And as you move from fullness into overflow, you drop in to the next season of your cycle, the Lama season, the mother. She's the season of the harvest. This is the first of the letting go seasons, where you let go of controlling. This season and our mother wound is one of the reasons why our manifestations don't always arrive. Because we don't harness the power of this season. The superpower, or one of the superpowers, is the power of allowance. And this season, the season of the mother, it happens in your body. Your body after ovulation actually goes into pregnancy. Every time. And I invite you to feel this season. Notice how it makes you feel. It's letting go into receiving rather than releasing. Letting go into the power of allowance. You are literally letting it happen in order to let it in. Feel this season, its warmth, its relaxation, expansion happening through you. Let your womb, your cycle show you. It wants to show you. Again, if you've got a big mother wound, this season isn't always the most comfortable. This is why we need to do the work. It's why we need to become intimate with our cycles. The guides are saying to me, as a woman, if you are struggling to manifest, you have to look at where the blocks are in your cycle. have to clear them and heal them, transcend through them. And feel this superpower of allowance. This is the power to love things as they are, to let them happen, to let them grow, to let them expand. When we're controlling, when we're in that trying state, we can't do the allowance. Feel your inner man, your inner mother showing you this power of manifestation. This is when you literally let the goddess come up, the Mother Earth come up through you. That wisdom that's beyond what you know, that wisdom that belongs to the magic, the great timing. It's letting go into the magic that it just happens. And open up and ask, where do I need this in my life? As you feel your womb answer you. Notice the folds, the spiral, the season turning. Notice the autumn, the Samhain beginning to happen through you. This is when you begin to release. It's the season of the crowned one, of the crone. Feel the archetype of the crone. And her power to create space. Space is magnetic love. She's creating your receptivity. And open up to your womb and ask, as you feel this season happening through you, as you notice how this season is for you. Where in your life you need to create space. And feel how inevitable this space creation is. As good as you are at holding, you are as good at letting go. And understand that what the crone is doing is she's creating love. And notice the love. That she is creating. We suffer in this part of our cycle because we don't connect to the love that is being created. The magnetism that is being created. The energy that is being retracted back into you. That is being received. This is the most magnetic time of your cycle. How you behave in this season, it matters, it creates, it's in magnetic state. How you work with the release in order to receive, it matters. And the crown one delivers you back into the arms of the midnight goddess, into the storm and the stillness and the death and the rebirth. And I just want you to feel all of these forces of creation, all of these archetypal powers, all of the mystery. Within your cycle, flowing through you. This is the cycle of creation. And every emotion, every hormonal experience, everything can and should be used for your manifesting processes. Not doing so is like having a garden outside and trying to grow tomatoes inside your house. Use the force of nature that is your cycle, the force of creation that is your cycle. Let your manifestation surf upon these powers, and there are so many, and there is so much knowledge. And I just want you to open your heart and connect to how you're feeling, to what you're experiencing. We have so much resource inside of us. So much resource. And our cycle, the wisdom, it's endless. And in terms of manifestation, there is so much to learn, because the suppression of the feminine means we've lost this knowledge. And all I can say to you is that every time I connect into this knowledge, it enriches. And I discover so much more, and I understand on a deeper level that for us to do this rebirthing of the planet, it's only going to happen through the wombs. It's only going to happen through the feminine magic and the feminine way and the feminine empowerment. And so we will do the sacred equation, which is another wisdom. I'm crying because it's just, I can't put into words how magical it is when you actually give over to the cycle and stop trying to create from your mind, and how supported you are, and how much evolution happens. And years and the healing that happens is so accelerated. It's like healing isn't manifesting, but if something needs to heal, your cycle will just heal it. It will bring what you need to you. And in manifesting on your cycle, we work with healing as well as manifesting, so you understand how the seasons can be healing, and healing is part of manifesting. And all I can say is you've got to get more intimate with these seasons and these archetypes and this knowledge, and you can only do it by living it. I'm going to hand over to the guides now, but closing your eyes and just taking the time, dearest ones, to breathe into your wombs. We invite you to notice when you are feeling disempowered. Notice the shallow way in which you are breathing. To be in your power, woman, you. Must breathe from your womb. And we are sending, transmitting ancient codes, light codes of wisdom, that we are so delighted is returning to humanity's consciousness through you. And we invite you, as you breathe into your womb, to experience yourself spiraling down into the space that is your womb, noticing how you feel, noticing what you experience. Dropping into the peace. We say there are ways to create with push. And in your age of patriarchy, you have experienced push, 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 push. We say that the way the womb creates is with peace. And when your manifestations distress and disappoint you, that distress is because you are not creating with peace. We ask you to vibrate with this peace and understand that it is the womb way that will create peace on earth. We ask you to call upon one of the archetype superpowers whichever one resonates with you, to help you become more peaceful. We speak to you of this creation equation now. We ask you to experience the element that is the essence of the universe, the essence of the beginning, the essence of magic. This is the universal element of mystery. And your womb holds this essence, this element. Creation begins with mystery. When you are manifesting, we invite you not just to connect to what you want, connect to what you do not know that you want. Allow yourself to feel this. That is the great chaos, the energy of the beginning filling your consciousness. This is the equation of creation. It begins with mystery. For you to turn a manifestation into creation, you must bring it into mystery. I want this, and what else? What do I do not know? I ask you to feel this energy flowing within you, for you are the keepers of the mystery. The second part of the equation is plus love. Love is space. For mystery can only become more than potential when a space is held for it to become. Your womb holds the mystery, but also holds the space. Space is love. When you are demanding that you need a manifestation now, instantly, what are you doing to the space? If you want to create, you need to hold space around the mystery, around the unknown. You need the sacred feminine power of longing, which is to love. before you know something, before it exists. We are transmitting to you so that you can feel your power of longing, for this is a feminine magnetic force, a force that pulls souls into wombs. Mystery plus love. Divided by light. Light is what creates sovereignty. So you imagine space being filled with the mystery energy of potential. It is the light, the element of the light, that defines and settles that mystery and love into form. And what is light when it is inside of you? It is belief. The way of the womb is not seeing, is believing. The way of this equation is believing, is seeing. When you believe in that which you are manifesting, when you believe in it rather than needing it and controlling it, the allowance happens. Mystery plus love, divided by light, equals matter. This is how matter is created. Your belief is your definition, the force of your own defining, or should we say divining. Each of the seasons of your cycle have magics and healings and superpowers that help you with matter, with mystery, with love, with light. The knowledge is within the processes of your cycle. Your cycle is creating your reality through this equation. It is up to you whether you use this equation consciously or unconsciously. But when your manifestations are not spacious, you are not living a life that you love. When your manifestations are not mysterious, you are not living your potential. When your manifestations are undefined, when your belief is inconsistent, then your manifestations are undefined. And the sovereignty of the manifestations of others affects you. The dividing of the light through collective consciousness affects you. Your sovereignty is weakened. This equation is the equation for how to live that which matters most to you. How to manifest the matter of your heart. We say to you that there is only patience, for you are incarnated in this life to learn that which has been lost, to learn the mastery of your creative forces, to learn creation. This is what you are here to do, priestesses of love and light. And as the code, as a mandala of light, of this equation is initiated within your wombs now. We ask you to open up to your womb. And ask, what do I need to know about creation? And feel the wisdom be whispered from this place. It is a portal to the whole of the universe. When you are ready, feeling yourself becoming aware of the songs of the priestesses of the red tents. Feel yourself bringing that energy, that wisdom from your womb into the collective red tent. Every woman that journeys with her womb adds more to the red tent knowledge, the red tent lineage. Feel this new wisdom, this settling in to this wonderful primordial lineage of love and sisterhood. Feel yourself walking out of the red tent, reconnecting to the wisdom that your womb has just given you, walking back down this path, back through into the portal, into no time, no space. Coming out of the other side and back into your body now. Feeling the violet flame coming through your energy with the rose flame, transmuting all energy that does not serve or belong into love and into light. Feeling a golden rain shower of light, taking any energy that is meant to go to Gaia, to Gaia. And a big beam of source light coming in, taking any energy that's meant to go somewhere else, wherever it is in the highest good for it to go. Noticing how you're feeling when you're ready. Opening your eyes. And I'd love to hear how you're feeling. And so, yeah, manifesting on your cycle. There is so much, like, honestly, we've overrun and we haven't even, like I said, a molecule. The stuff, this wisdom, I'm so honored to be channeling it. Like, everything, things from scar tissue to blood magic to goddess wisdom to menopause wisdom to crone wisdom. So much teenage wisdom, just so much, so many lost ceremonies, so much. And you can't learn this in one session. You have to live it. You have to be carried through it. You have to experience it over and over again. And you know, your womb isn't gonna like let you learn it intellectually. And so that's why you should do the course. And I keep getting upset because I just know that the more women that gather together, the better the world will be, because it's this knowledge that is causing, this knowledge is the balance. And our world's out of balance because we don't do creation through allowing, we do creation through pushing. I really am so grateful to have shared this evening with you. I'm sorry that we overran, but magic of the womb is magic of overflow. The card I've pulled for us is Love's Protection. The cycle is your protection. The cycle protects your creations, your manifestations. There's no part of the cycle that's hurting you. Because we've lived in patriarchy, we've been taught that, like, bleeding is, you know, something that hurts and is wrong because that's the experience of male bleeding. It is not meant to be what our bleed is about. And this is what I want us to come back into, is harnessing and riding the powers. Yes, if we resist. Yes, if we don't do the work. Yes, if we don't let the archetypal powers work through us, we're going to be in pain. But if we ride and allow and work with, we're going to be super creators. Closing your eyes, sending your love and gratitude to Gaia, to Mother Earth, feeling that you've become more intimate with her, sending your love and your gratitude to all of life, to all of the feminine, all of the masculine, all of the unity, all of the stillness, all of love, all of light, all of matter, all of mystery, all of source, all of self. Sending your love and energy out to all the women you have just shared this with, and all of the women who are called to join us in the red tent in the future. Let's put a collective call to gather the women of the goddess to reclaim our cycles in 2023. I love you all so much. Sending you all so much love. Thank you for listening.